Yeah, but why ducks? Why? The fact that you're clicked on this video means that there's some sort of morbid curiosity for yourself as well. So in this video, Mike, Epic Duck Mike, will describe this. This is a shopping network style video. So we're talking about a product that we are selling in the Mini Wargaming Forge. Now on to the video.
It's so good to see you. Like,
yeah, man.
Every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nostalgic every time. Like, the building is here.
Yeah.
The duck, and it's still a thing. Appropriately, the duck influence has been applied to other influences.
This was such an accident that just exploded.
Yes, what's the story behind why this happened?
Okay, so here on the Ultramarine duck, there's that tiny, tiny little duck on his base.
Okay.
That's what started it. I was finishing a commission for a friend, and I wanted to put, it was this character kind of like trapped on a little island, and I wanted to have a rubber duck like washing up on shore.
Yeah.
And so I sculpted this little, it was intended to be a 5mm rubber duck to go on a base. And then I realized I sculpted with way too much detail. And I went, I bet I can print this like rubber duck size. And so I printed it bigger, and that was on a Friday. And then over the weekend, just shower thoughts, right? I'm like, I bet I can put some ultramarine armor on it. And then this was like Monday. I dropped what I was doing. I sculpted that on the Monday.
Okay.
And posted some pictures, and like legitimately went viral, like my best post in 2 years kind of thing, right? And I had hundreds of people asking, where can I buy it, where can I buy it, where can I buy it?
Yeah.
So I threw it on my Mini Factory shop.
On my
Mini Factory. I was like, hey, if it works so well doing, a Space Marine, and I did, threw a hood on it and made a Dark Angel, and then for fun I went, okay, let's try some Xenos ducks, and so I did the Duckron.
The Duckron?
The Duckron. And the Dork. And
the Dork?
Yeah, the Dork is one of absolute favorite. I love the face on him. So I went back to get the bill right. Do you remember the old Mighty Ducks cartoon when we were kids?
Yeah.
There's the one guy who's like the big bruiser kind of duck. He had like the big jaw kind of duck bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's kind of my model reference for that.
Okay.
So the funny thing is, about 6 months ago, my Mini Factory was like, hey, would you be interested in starting a tribe? And at the time I was just sculpting maybe 8 hours a week, just whatever I felt like sculpting, right? Like I didn't have a theme, I wasn't doing anything consistent. It was just like, I had an idea, I had some spare time, I threw something out there.
Yeah.
And my Mini Factory shop was breaking even, but wasn't really doing well, right?
Yeah.
But they're like, hey, would you consider launching a tribe? At the time, like, I don't have the time and I don't have the theme. And then suddenly, so I reached out to them and like, hey, I've got those two things now. And so we're doing themed rubber ducks every month. And so I'm not specifically doing just 40K. It's about half and half, because 40K is what brought people in.
Yeah.
Actually, coming up in October, we're doing horror movie monsters.
Ooh.
So actually, not monsters. I'm doing not Jason, not Freddy, not Mike Myers.
Okay.
Parodies thereof.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Parody is what's saving my life, right? Because you can parody IP.
You can absolutely parody.
The very, very murdery berserker duck.
I mean, aesthetically, it's my favorite one.
Of course it is.
A little bit biased.
Yeah. Basically, the idea is I do one main character each month, and the buy-in for that's just $2 a month. And then I have an expansion package where you get the next 3.
Yeah.
Most people just go for the expansion pack, which has been great.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
That
And I've
makes
got
sense.
some commercial. Well, you guys have it now. The retail printing license.
Yeah, which I'm incredibly excited to be announcing that we're offering these physical prints in the Mini Wargaming Forge.
Yes.
I think it's a good marriage of skills there.
Me too, because I've had people asking me for 3 months, where can I buy prints, because I don't have a printer. And I'm like, I don't have the throughput to print for other people. I have one printer. I have a printer for prototyping, and that's basically it, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have the shipping, receiving, kind of workflow.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Right.
It's all time, right?
Yeah.
You want to spend time like sculpting. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at the 40K stuff. It makes sense. Like the 40K inspired stuff, I should say.
Yes.
Right? It makes total sense. See, I'm thinking like, is there going to be a Deadpool duck? Is there...
Superhero ducks are going to be sometime next year.
Sometime next year? Okay.
Yeah, I've already planned out the rest of this year's releases.
Would you also do like Santa duck? And
I don't necessarily want to do the funny thing is, like, it's really easy to go to a store and buy a Santa duck.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think of
You
a
can buy
single
those
store. There's no litmus test for this, Mike. I can't think of a single one, right?
I have some at home already that were just gifted to me.
I know, but that's you. That's not the vast majority. You got to make it easy for people to get the stuff that they want, right? I'm just saying.
you get,
just an idea.
You can go find like Santa Duck on Thingiverse.
But they can't get an Epic Duck Mike.
No, they can't.
Santa Duck.
And I might sculpt one, but I don't think I want to make that like the monthly release. I want those to be a little more pop culture-y.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I suppose you're going to get a ton of requests, right?
That's just
like,
it.
Can you make this? Can you make this?
The big request I'm getting now is Age of Sigmar ducks.
Okay.
Because I've done like 3 different sets of 40K ducks at this point.
Right, yeah.
People are like, hey, I want some Age of Sigmar style ducks too. So
what are the most popular asks there?
They've been really generic. They've actually said like when are AOS duck coming? Like that's it's like no specific faction yet, but I mean Stormquack Eternals probably have to happen.
Of course it is. All right, so we have to throw it back, okay? So make the suggestions. I mean, Mike's gonna see all the comments. So
I'll see the comments.
whatever you think in your brain that you want to be duckified, this is now the opportunity for that to happen.
Now, the other funny thing, that the side effect of this one, I didn't bring it with me, I actually just forgot it on my desk, is I scaled down the head from, I think I showed you this, where I scaled down the head of this and printed it and stuck it on a Space Marine.
Yes, you did.
So I made a bunch of variants where just like, they have different different hair, different facial expressions and stuff like that. So there's actually this on my store. And it's weird how often this sells, because I thought it was just like a niche thing I do for myself. And it probably sells once a week, which is like, not a lot, but more than I expected. I'm just sculpting what I want to sculpt. And like sometimes it's a really, really interesting suggestion that comes from my Twitch audience. I'd say about half of them are that. We're just sitting there having conversations while I'm streaming and someone's like, hey, this stupid thing. And it's like, yeah, I gotta run with that now.
Yeah. It's so stupid, I must do it.
That's where the nerdling duck came from, was just like, hey, what if there was a nerdling that was a duck? I'm like, okay.
Massive thanks to Mike for coming into studio, visiting us, showing off his ducks, and just putting a smile on our faces. Like, I think that's the win right there. If you want to support Mike on his tribe, on My Mini Factory, on his website, I provided links in the description below. Subscribe to his channel, do all the things. Again, if you want to get these physical ducks yourself, we sell them in the Mini Wargaming Forge, and I think that's pretty sweet. So, I'm Mini Wargamer Dave, and these are epic ducks.